Good YouTube, welcome back to another video, and today I just wanted to switch it up and talk about the NBA, and more importantly I want to talk about the Golden State Warriors. Without further ado, please like, please subscribe, and comment down below anything you guys want to comment. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Now today I want to talk about how the Golden State Warriors have really bounced back and have become a scary team for the rest of the league and especially the Western Conference. Now, the Warriors might be back, in my opinion, right? They're 29 and 27 right now, 10.5 games behind the first seed. Obviously, they're not going to get the first seed, but they have a chance, in my opinion, to get the fifth seed. Now, obviously, a lot of things have to play into their way. The Kings have to lose. The Suns would have to lose. The Pelicans would have to go on a losing streak. Like, everyone has to start losing games, and they had to start winning games. But it's totally possible, right? Now, I think, realistically, the Warriors would probably be in the play-in, or probably 6th seed. I don't think 5th seed would be possible. I think the 6th seed, they can easily get it. Not easily, but they can probably get it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at their strength of schedule, they're bottom 5 in the league when it comes to strength of schedule, which is a good thing, right? Yeah. So their next opponents, like, dude, they have like a lot of they play the Celtics and the Timberwolves, like these top teams. They play them like few times, but then look at how much games they play against like bad teams, right? And they're 25th in strength of schedule. Now the Phoenix Suns are number 1 in strength of schedule, and guess what? The Phoenix Suns are the 6th seed, right? And then the New Orleans Pelicans, they're 10th in strength of schedule, right? And then you got the Sacramento Kings, who have a really tough schedule too, with the 8th, 7th with the Lakers. Like, the Warriors have already played so many hard teams already in the regular season that now they have the luxury of playing a lot, like having an easier schedule rather than having a harder schedule. And that only helps the Warriors because they need to start winning games, and they need to make sure they don't they want to make sure they're not in the play-in tournament, because when you're in the play-in tournament, anything goes. It's one game, single elimination. You have a bad game, you're out of the playoffs. That's basically it, right? Now, I think another thing I want to talk about is the rise of Stephen Curry, right? Obviously, we know Steph Curry is Steph Curry. Like, he's going to play like Steph Curry, like no matter what, right? He's a top player in the league, and yeah. So right now he's averaging 27.7 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, with shooting 45% from the field, right? Now, yesterday he did have a bad game against the Nuggets. Like, he went like 1 for 10 for 3. That's just not Steph. But normally he does shoot pretty well. I think the last 2 games he hasn't played well. But, I mean, they won against Charlotte, so he didn't really have to play well. But the Lakers, he played amazing. He also played amazing against the Jazz. And, like, the whole run before the All-Star break, he's been playing really good basketball. And overall, the thing I've been observing with the Warriors is that I think now that the Draymond is back, Steph has had to do less when it comes to carrying the team, right? I think usually, like, Steph Curry would have to drop like 50 or 40 for them to even have a chance to win. But now we have players like Brandon Podemski coming into the lineup as a starter, playing really good. We have Klay Thompson, who's embraced his role as a bench, coming off the bench. He's played pretty well. I mean, I was kind of mad yesterday that he didn't score after the first half. That needs to improve. But, I mean, I'm happy he at least is embracing his role as a bench player. And I like how Draymond Green has been playing. He's been playing really well. He's been facilitating the ball. And when Draymond Green has been on the floor, the Warriors had the number 2 best offensive rating in all of the NBA. And their points per game has gone up. Now, the only thing I have concern with the Warriors is obviously their defense. I think, yes, the defensive rating, people can argue, yes, it's top 10 right now because when Draymond comes back, the defense is obviously better. But the Warriors need to have better defense. And when it comes to rebounding, they're not good. They're just not a good rebounding team. Obviously, you can talk about how they don't have size. The tallest guy they have is Dario Saric, but he's really not like known as a defender. He's more like a stretch 5. So if we really talk about a real defender, like a center they have, it's Kevon Looney at 6'9", and That's what I just don't understand is that the Warriors don't want to get a center, but then they need a center because you got to be able to guard someone like you need to at least be able to contest Jokic, right? You need to be able to get boards over Jokic, like at least try to get boards over Jokic. You got to go against Giannis, you got to go against Embiid, right? In the Western Conference, you have like Rudy Gobert. I mean, and you have like even the Mavericks have Derek Lively as their center, right? Like you need someone to get rebounds, and that's the only thing I need the Warriors to do is rebound better. Obviously, they're at a disadvantage. They have a 6'9" center, but I think defensively the Warriors need to play better. They just need to play better, right? Now, I want to talk about Klay Thompson because I think I've alluded already that he's been coming off the bench, but my problem with Klay Thompson is his inconsistency, right? So one game, like before the All-Star break, right? He scores 35 coming off the bench. He scored 35 points, right? But then against the Lakers, he scores 3 points. But then against the Charlotte Hornets, he scores 13, which is Everyone had a bad game against the Charlotte Hornets. They still won, pretty good. Then he scores 23, but he had 23 points in the first half, right? And most of that actually came in the first quarter, actually. And then he scored 0 points in the rest of the game. Scored 0. He was very inefficient, didn't do anything, right? So my question is, where's the consistency, right? Klay needs to be more consistent. In order for the team to be good, Klay Thompson needs to be good too, right? Now, I think, obviously, Klay Thompson doesn't have to score like 30 every night, but we're asking for some consistency, like 25, maybe 20 points, 23, like something. Like, he needs to be efficient. There's actually a stat that he's one of the worst right now this season in clutch time. He's one of the worst in clutch time right now. Field goal percentage. And when I mean by clutch time, when there's 5 minutes left of the game, he's one of the worst. I think he's top 5 worst, right? So he needs to improve in that, and I think he needs to just be more consistent. And if he's more consistent, the Warriors have a better chance of winning, right? Because Steph can do so much, right? Now another player I want to talk about is Andrew Wiggins. I think Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga, both of them, have played really good. Recently, they've played really well. Their defense has stepped up. Jonathan Kuminga, the rise of Jonathan Kuminga is amazing. I like how he's not settling for threes. He's going and attacking to the rim. I like Andrew Wiggins. Also attacking to the rim. I think Andrew Wiggins' 3-point percentage has actually gone up since this last 13 games that the Warriors have been playing really well. And if Andrew Wiggins keeps this up, the Warriors will be scary. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys why I think the Warriors are actually back, though, right? They actually have a chance to be back. Because look at who they're playing in the next 5 games. I know I already talked about the remaining schedule strength. But look at who they're playing. They're playing the Washington Wizards, the New York Knicks, and the Raptors. They can easily win those games, right? Now the Celtics, the Bucks, the Bulls, the Bulls are probably easy, but Celtics or the Bucks, they can split those. They can split that, and then they will still be good, right? If the Warriors just keep winning the games that they need to do, they can easily make it, right? Now, obviously, luck has to go their way, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, if I had to give a prediction, I think the Warriors would end in the 7th seed. I just don't know if they can get the 6th seed. They just have to play perfect basketball if they want to get the 6th or the 5th seed, and I just don't think that's possible. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video, man. What do you guys think the Warriors are gonna do? Do you think they're gonna be do you think they're gonna make it outside of the play-in tournament? Like, when I mean by outside, like a top 6 seed, or do you think they're gonna stay in the play-in and fight their way for either a 7th or 8th seed? And I'm just telling you right now, historically, the Warriors in the play-in situation has not bowed out for them well, because in 2021 they were the 8th seed and they lost to the Lakers and then they lost to the Grizzlies and didn't make it. But then they won the championship the next year, so it really didn't matter. But that's going to wrap it up for the video. Hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching this video too. And please comment down below and please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Without further ado, let's end this video. Peace.